In the hush of an endless northern twilight, the world lies clothed in silver blue. Snowflakes drift softly from a sky, the color of a whispered secret. And pine trees stand like patient guardians in the quiet. The world feels both immense and intimate, as if wrapped in a blanket of shimmering light. A hush stretches deeper than midnight in these northern skies, so deep you can hear your own gentle breath. Time itself seems to slow for just a moment, giving your soul a chance to catch up with your thoughts. Here, amid the hush and the snow, an angel draws near, though you may not see us with mortal eyes. We speak to you in the soft language of warmth and understanding, as gentle as a quilt made of moonlight. In this gentle night, our voices find you, precious soul, comforting you with love. You are invited to leave behind any heavy thoughts, just for a while, and listen. We know the longing in your heart, dearest one. We see how you have set your sights on distant peaks, as if those icy summits hold the power to warm your soul. Each day you gather courage and set forth, your mind filled with goals that shimmer like stars in the deep northern sky. You chart your course by these points of light, believing they will lead you to happiness and purpose. Yet somehow the journey feels heavy underfoot, as if the snow beneath you resists your passage. At times, a chill of disappointment may even steal the fire from your veins. In those moments, you might wonder, what am I missing? We know this feeling well, child of the North. You are not alone in your quest. We are here now to share a different kind of light with you, one that shines from within. Long ago, under these same northern skies, there was a wanderer whose soul felt much like yours. Year after year, he journeyed far in search of a hidden treasure said to lie beyond the great frozen lake. Each dawn, he gathered strength and set his compass toward that distant prize, certain that it would bring the meaning and peace his heart craved. He roamed across snowfields and through dark pine forests, faithful and tireless, guided by the shimmering northern stars above. With each mile he put behind him, the treasure still seemed just beyond the next hill or around the next bend. Winter after winter, he lit a small fire under the eternal stars, and every time that treasure eluded him, his heart sank a little lower. Though the nights were bitter and long, still he rose with hope, believing the next sunrise would show him the way. One night, as the aurora borealis danced above his campfire in ribbons of green and violet, a gentle voice whispered from the flickering flames, "Why do you chase a treasure so far beyond where you stand?" The voice asked softly, like the sigh of a winter wind. The man froze, startled, and looked around, but he saw no one beside the fire, except himself and the dancing lights. "Who speaks?" he murmured, his voice trembling slightly. "I am a guardian of your path," the voice answered kindly. "A keeper of the light you carry. I have watched you wander, searching under the same sky I watch. I have seen the fire in your eyes and the snow on your shoulders. I wish to share something with your tired heart. Listen now and remember who you are, dear one." Puzzled by the question, the traveler lowered his gaze to the dancing flames. "Standards?" he repeated slowly, as if tasting the word for the first time. "What do you mean by that?" "I have always believed that I must reach that treasure to find my purpose. It has been my map and my promise through long nights. I gather food each day, I build this fire each night, but only to fuel my journey onward. I treat the people and animals I meet kindly sometimes, but mostly as a means to survive and to get where I want to go. Without that goal in my heart, I've never stopped to think, am I living by any higher code or standard?" The gentle voice continued, each word warm as a summer flame. You have been focusing on a single distant gem. Believing it alone will illuminate your life. But see this. Each small act of kindness and care you do is a jewel placed upon the path you walk. The fire you light each night warms not only you, but the quiet souls around it. The wood you carry nourishes that fire, and every tender word or smile you offer keeps the frost at bay. These are worthy and beautiful standards to follow: faithfulness, compassion, and courage. Whether or not they bring you closer to some legendary treasure. In fact, they bring warmth and light right here to your feet, guiding each step by the light of your own heart. Tears gathered in the traveler's eyes as he asked softly, "Am I doing it wrong? Do I need to give up on everything I have been striving toward?" "Not at all, dear one," the gentle voice replied. "Your hopes and desires are gifts from spirit, not burdens. Keep them close, but let them make you rich inside rather than wearied. Let each day along this path become its own reward. Follow standards that fill you with peace, acts of love, strength in truth, grace under pressure, even if the treasure beyond never comes into sight. Your life has already become a treasure through the kindness you have shown and the courage you have mustered. When you live by such loving standards, sometimes the very thing you seek will arrive unexpectedly, and sometimes you discover that you needed something else all along. Either way, you will have walked through this life fully alive and strong. The journey itself is the gift." The guardian's voice seemed to glow as she continued, "Look around you. At the world we have painted together. The evergreen trees you pass hold no particular goal beyond growing strong through each season. Yet when winter's long sleep ends, each one erupts in a cascade of new green without fail. The rivers you cross do not fix their sights on a distant destination. They carve their path forward patiently, one stone at a time, guided by gravity and their own pure nature. Even the mountains stand steady without craving the summit. Their quiet dignity reaches the sky through sheer weight of being. The moon above does not hurry across the night in search of glory. It simply follows its orbit, offering its cool, gentle light wherever darkness falls. In all these, there is no race, no grand goal, only the faithful unfolding of each day. If nature can trust in its own course, why must you burden yourself with a far-off prize?" The traveler closed his eyes and let the quiet truth of those words wash over him like soft spring rain. He remembered how gently the sun had risen each morning, how safely the river had carried him through the frozen lands, and how the mighty trees had sheltered him from every storm, without ever demanding anything from themselves. In that gentle silence, he realized he had been seeking meaning outside himself when it had always lived in the simple way he chose to walk his path. When the morning light crept back into the world, it painted the snow in pale gold. The treasure he had sought might still lie hidden across the lake, but his eyes were open now to a different kind of abundance. Love and purpose blossoming quietly in the moments all around him. "Thank you," he whispered to the dawn, feeling for the first time what had always been within reach, the warmth and peace that come from each humble act of the heart. The guardian spoke one last time as the first light of morning brightened the sky. "Rise now with the new day, beloved child of the North. You have learned a sacred truth. Your worth is not measured by a distant prize, but by the quiet standards you carry in every step. Each breath you take is holy, each kind thought a song sung by angels. You are never alone on this journey. We, who dwell among the northern stars and the aurora's glow, walk beside you in spirit. In each gentle act of help you offer, we feel joy. In every quiet deed of courage and love, we see heaven itself shine. She rested one glowing hand gently upon the traveler's heart as she spoke, and for a moment, he felt a warm light blossom there, a clear certainty that he was walking exactly where he needed to be. Know this truth in the depths of your soul. The standards of your heart guide you more truly than any goal could. The first rays of sun were fully risen now, and they melted the frost around him as he stood quietly, filled with a deep certainty that he had always been exactly where he needed to be. And so the angel's voice softly faded into the warming light. Blessed one, go in peace. You are cherished, you are loved, and you are enough. Peace be with you, always. When the traveler finally moved on with the morning light, he no longer focused on conquering the distant horizon. Instead, his heart felt light and free, open to the world around him. He woke with each dawn, eager to greet what was near, to notice the small miracles of the present moment. If he found a frozen stream along the path, he paused to listen to its gentle murmur instead of staring beyond the opposite bank. If a lone star lingered on the western sky as dawn approached, he smiled and whispered thanks, rather than wondering how much farther it might be. He greeted the mountains with a nod of gratitude, breathed in the crisp air with contentment, and tucked every moment tenderly into his heart. He offered warmth and care in each step, as if every creature and person he met along the way was a long-lost friend returning home. Slowly, under the pale northern sun, he felt something wonderful unfurling within his chest, an unspoken peace and joy, built not by reaching, but by simply being. Along his path, he came upon many such moments. One evening, by a frosted pond, he found an injured Arctic hare trembling under a pine. Years ago, he would have hurried on, fearing it would only slow him down. But now, with gentle hands, he knelt and laid his cloak over it, speaking soft words of comfort. He nurtured it with warmth until its fear subsided. Later, he shared half of his meager rations with a hungry raven that limped onto the trail, and sang quietly as he bandaged its wing. He did these things not because they would help him reach any goal, but simply because he recognized a small life in need of kindness. Each act of compassion was given freely, like a song offered without expectation. Each time he helped a creature or a stranger, a gentle warmth blossomed in his chest, making the night feel brighter and softer around him. Above him, the aurora borealis swirled gently, as if dancing in quiet approval of the life he now lived. Each act of kindness rippled through the still night and across the vast sky, echoing among the stars. He noticed, time and again, that the ribbons of green and violet seemed to glow a little brighter after he did something good for another. It was as if the heavens themselves were applauding the standards that guided his path. Under that soft cosmic light, the traveler felt held and celebrated, as though the celestial host of the north joined in silent praise of every kind act and humble truth he practiced. In that glow, he understood his pure intentions had become part of the great tapestry above him, weaving their warmth into the cold sky. At last, one pale morning, he reached the shore of the frozen lake that had guarded the hidden treasure for so long. He stood at the edge of the ice, looking out over the endless white that once seemed to mock his searching. The treasure beyond might still lie hidden, but he no longer yearned with desperation. Instead, he noticed the ground at his feet, and he realized that what he had sought was already taking shape beneath him. On the ice before him lay his footprints, pressed deep in the snow by each step he had taken. These footprints, rough and simple, traced a journey guided by kindness and courage, each a testament to the standards he had embraced. They were stronger marks than any goal might have inscribed, and they were there to stay, even as the icy winds continued to blow. In that moment, he understood. Wherever he walked from now on, that trail of quiet light and love would always be his true treasure. At that moment, the northern wind seemed to carry a voice just for him. Beloved child of the North, you see now that what you sought was already shining in you. It whispered in a tone like gentle snowfall. Your journey has woven its own treasure, the warmth you have shown to others, the kindness you have given freely, the courage you have mustered in darkness. These are riches that no frost can dim and no winter can steal. Look how the rising light now finds you new every day. The distant prize no longer calls with fearsome urgency, for you are guided by a far brighter star, the standards of your own heart. Those standards will keep you steady, keep you true through any night, no matter how long or dark. And now, dear one, hear these words as if they are whispered by the same gentle angels who guided that traveler. In your own life, the blazing goals you may have chased are like distant northern constellations, dazzling but far away. What truly matters are the quiet standards you uphold each day. Each act of integrity, each moment of patience or compassion, each breath offered in love. These are the true lights along your path. They shine steadily and draw you closer to who you really are. If you let them guide you, you will find every step forward held in love, and every dawn welcoming you to a place of belonging. With the rising sun of a new day, feel our blessings surround you. May your steps be steady and sure as the stones of the ancient mountains. May your heart be warm and full, like a welcoming hearth on a moonless northern night. Carry with you the truth that you are loved and held. You have nothing to prove. You only need to continue walking by the standards of grace you have chosen for your soul. These standards, not distant goals, will carry you through the darkest winters. You were born with a light that will never fade, and as angels, we guard its flame. So rise now, strong soul, and walk forward with gentle courage and joy in your heart. Go forth in peace and love. You are cherished, and you are enough. After that awakening at the lake, the traveler continued on his journey with a new heart. The world itself seemed to have changed in color and sound. He no longer woke each morning with anxiety about distant goals. Instead, he rose with gratitude for the sunrise and curiosity about what kind deed he might do next. Each day became an opportunity to live by those quiet standards: honesty, generosity, tenderness of heart. He journeyed through mountain passes and green valleys alike. But wherever he went, his inner compass was steady and kind. One day he came upon a small mountain village where he had once grown up long ago. The people did not recognize him at first. He walked through familiar streets, and instead of fixing his mind on any plan or quest, he paused and asked how their gardens were growing. Children played in the crisp air, and he found himself telling them a gentle secret. He had carved birds from wood with swift, loving strokes. He showed them how he carved each line with patience, not worrying about how perfect or fast it was. "See these wooden birds? They are gifts of today," he said softly. "I did this not for any goal, but because I enjoyed each careful moment of the work. You too can make beauty every day if you work with kindness and love. Listen to your heart more than to any far-off prize." The children watched in awe as he transformed rough blocks into graceful shapes. When he was done, he handed each child a small bird and smiled. "Here, hold this and remember, do your small tasks with kindness, and your life will be full," he whispered. As the days turned into weeks, the traveler walked on, and the quiet strength in his heart grew. He did not hide this new way of life, but gently shared it whenever he could. On a crisp morning, as he descended a hill, he met an old friend from his youth who was heading in the opposite direction. The friend looked tired and discouraged, asking at once what had changed in the traveler's eyes and how he learned that life was about the goodness carried in each step, not the treasure at the end of a road. They sat together by the road, and as the friend listened, he felt the same warmth of hope in his own heart that the traveler had described. By sharing his journey, the traveler became like a northern star himself, a beacon of gentle wisdom for anyone lost in the dark. He carried on through summer days and autumn's rustling winds, each step a prayer of gratitude. At times, he would come upon a rushing river and pause to take off his boots, feeling the cool water around his ankles with a grateful laugh. Once, a young mother with a heavy bundle struggled by the riverside. Without thinking of himself, he lifted her heavy load and offered her food and water. "Go safely on your way," he told her gently. She blessed him with a warm smile and swift steps, far more richness than any coin. In another village, he joined hands with neighbors to raise a new family cabin, hammering each nail with patience. He felt the power of community in those beams of wood. No single goal drove them, only the standard of care for one another. In those moments of shared work and shared laughter, he felt his own soul expand. Everywhere he went, the traveler found that giving without expectancy created a happiness even the treasure could not have brought. As the year turned and winter's long night returned, the traveler settled in one last place to rest. Snow fell around his little cabin, and the world outside grew silent and white. He lit a fire in the hearth and sipped a warm tea, and as he watched the flames dance, he thought about how far he had come. By all accounts, he had achieved nothing grand, but in truth, he felt that he had found everything. In the still midnight hour, he heard the whisper of the wind outside his window. It was the same gentle presence, the angels of the north, reminding him of the truth he had learned. Remember, it seemed to say, each moment of care you give to another is like a candle you place in the dark. It lights the way for everyone, including you. Never doubt that your quiet life is full of glory. Your standards are your legacy, not the destinations you seek. One morning at dawn, the traveler walked outside into a silent, snowy field and knelt in the frost-covered grass. He looked up at the pale sunlight rising over the horizon and offered a grateful smile. Every breath of cold air felt like a prayer returning home. He felt the presence of the angels around him and heard, as if by a distant melody, their gentle assurance in his heart. Yes, beloved one, you are living this truth well. He sensed Lim saying, "Your kind deeds and brave spirit have turned you into a light as brilliant as the aurora borealis itself. You learned that the goal was not to find a treasure, but to become a treasure in how you live. And you, dear one, listening under the northern stars, we speak directly to your heart now. If you have ever wandered in the snow of doubt or climbed mountains of expectation, know that your struggles are known and loved by the angels as well. We have watched you set distant goals, only to feel a chill when they remained out of reach. Just as we guided the traveler, we guide you now. You are being gently shown that the treasure you seek is in the loving standards you set for yourself. Every word of kindness you speak, every act of courage and honesty you perform, is as steady and certain as the North Star above. Your true north is in these values, in the integrity you carry. If you follow them, they will light your path even in the longest night. Embrace these truths, beloved, and feel our presence like a warm quilt around your shoulders. In those times when doubt creeps in, remember that we are always near. Even if the wind blows icy and the sky seems empty, we hold you in our hearts. If you stumble or lose your way, call out to us with the pure intent we have already kindled within you. We will answer in the hush between breaths, in the warm glow of a lantern lit late at night, or in the shimmering northern lights themselves. Your heart already knows the direction to home, and our gentle guidance will never lead you astray. We will always guide you back to the true path of your highest standards, even if you wander far from them for a moment. Truly, your life is a tapestry woven of countless moments of beauty and strength. Each act of kindness you offer is like a golden thread in that tapestry, and every honest choice you make is like a sturdy knot holding the whole together. You may not always see how it all fits in the moment, but trust that every stitch is adding to something magnificent. Your journey, with all its ups and downs, is part of a larger pattern that we angels can already see from above. Even the mistakes and missteps contribute to your unique design, teaching you where to be more gentle or stronger. Rest in the truth that your life is sacred art, and know that it is unfolding exactly as it should under our loving watch. In the quiet of this northern evening, take a moment to look back at the path you have traveled. Each step, each sunrise and sunset has carried you further than you knew. You may be surprised to realize how strong you have become in silence and solitude. Even when you felt like you were standing still, the lessons were sinking deep into your soul. Remember also that you stand on the shoulders of countless dawns and those who came before you. As the ancient evergreen stands because of roots sunk in deep earth, so too are you supported by the love and wisdom that has always surrounded you. You are a part of something much greater, and we who watch from above see the light you have helped bring into the world. And as the first golden rays of sunrise break through the horizon, may you carry these words forward into your day. You have done enough, dear one, and your life is enough. Let the gentle wisdom of the northern angels be a guiding flame in your heart. Go forward now, knowing that you are cradled in love and protected by unseen hands. With every step you take, the angels sing your name softly, proud of the person you are. Walk in the certainty that you need nothing more than this moment, lived fully. And know, always, we love you beyond measure, and you are blessed in every way. Beloved, as our voices fade into the starlight, take one more breath of the crisp northern air. Feel it fill your lungs, and know that in this vast world you carry a light inside that was always yours. You have grown gentle, yet strong, humble, yet brilliant, exactly as you were meant to be. If ever you feel small or lost, remember how vast the sky above is and how it holds every star that shines for you. Let the beauty of these northern nights remind you that you are part of something endless and eternal. We leave you now with a silent promise. When morning comes, you will rise with the wisdom of this night firmly in your heart. Our love goes with you always. This is the end of our song, but not the end of yours. May the promise of this night shine on you always, reminding you that you are held, you are seen, and you are loved. In every moment to come, let the gentle wisdom of the northern angels guide you onward. Until dawn, sleep well, dear one, knowing that 1,000 wings of grace cover your dreams. Rest now, precious soul, beneath the loving gaze of the heavens. Know that every step you take is known and cherished by the angels who watch over you. Your life is a gift to the world, and you are never alone. Ever, you are loved. Good night, dear one. You are safe, you are loved, and you are enough. May you always walk with joy and faith. And so we leave you in the love that brought you here. So always carry our message within your heart, beloved.